what you can expect is we would come out and we would do an assessment, and assuming that the result of that assessment is, yeah, it's time to go ahead and get your roof replaced, we'd go through a process. It wouldn't take probably more than a week, just depending on what your timeline is, but an opportunity to get it quoted and make sure we have a good list of materials and that we agree on the color and on the price. That gets turned in and it gets reviewed for any gross or obvious errors, and then it gets handed off to production. And so all that happens probably should have 24 to 48 hours of the agreement. So yep, let's get this thing done. And then it's time for production to get the materials ordered and to get the crew scheduled when the materials come in. The materials are then ordered. We have our suppliers deliver the material directly to your home. And so most of the time we can put that material on the roof so it's out of the way. There might be some material that's on the ground, but we have an agreed upon spot on where that's going to go. And then install should happen really quickly, if not the same day that material arrives. You don't want to have it sitting on your roof. We would be in communication the whole time, letting you know, one, we got your information, we have everything, we've got the material, you'd know when the material was ordered, when we expect it in, if there's gonna be a time delay, and then when it gets in, we get a hold of you right away and let you know, hey, material's in, you're gonna get it delivered on this day. Does that work for you? There may be reasons it doesn't, and we'll try to accommodate that. But so that you know when we're gonna be there, usually within just 2 to 4 weeks of, saying, yeah, I want to get my roof replaced. We're in a position to be there doing the project. The project itself only takes a day typically to do. We get the old roof system taken off and we get the new one put on. We address any type of wood rot issues if we discover them, and there's usually very little of that overall. Sometimes it's more significant than others, but for the most part, 1 or 2 sheets of decking and we're good. But we're not going to put a perfectly good roof system on a bad substrate. So if we do find insufficient substrate, we're gonna want to replace that. The roof system goes on. Cleanup, a lot of effort put into cleanup, going around making sure there's 50,000 nails probably came off of that thing, and so we want to get as many of those, if not all of them, as possible. Certainly want to make sure the driveway area and the landscaping areas are cleaned up so that it doesn't look like we were there, other than new roof on top. And usually by the end of that first day, sometimes into a second day, but we would certainly be in contact so that you knew what to expect. But our hope is you come home, you leave that morning for work, we're there, you know what we're doing. If anything happens during the day, we'll communicate. But then when you come home, the only thing you notice is new roof and everything else looks the same, and then we've done our job at that point.